A major setback for former US President Donald Trump as a state appeals court ruled that he, along with his eldest children, Ivanka and Donald Trump Jr., will have to testify in the New York City civil probe in a tax fraud case against his organization. Refusing to quash the subpoenas issued by State Attorney General Letitia James, the court ruled that the former president and his children must answer questions under oath in the New York Attorney General's civil investigation into his business practices. Upholding Manhattan Judge Arthur Engoron's February 17th ruling, the court rejected Trump's argument seeking exemption from testification, citing that his answers could be used in a parallel criminal probe. Trump Organization is facing a probe over suspected tax-related offenses. Trump's second son has already testified in the investigation in October of 2020, while the other three Trumps have been fighting subpoenas for testimony. Now, they could also move to the state's highest court, delaying the matter and the Trump's potential testimony indefinitely. In a January court filing, a state attorney general suspected that misleading financial statements were filed about properties, including 40 Wall Street in Manhattan, Trump's penthouse apartment in Trump Tower, and golf courses in New York and Scotland. The court filing came after James initiated her investigation in March of 2019. The investigation is one of a number of legal threats to the former president, but as a civil matter, it could result only in financial penalties. Other investigations against Trump include his attempts to overturn the election results in Georgia and the deadly Capitol attack of the 6th of January. Both the probes can lead to criminal charges. Now, for more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani sent us this report.
He said Texas is going to be very close. He said,
A New York State appellate court now says that former U.S. President Donald Trump and his two eldest children must answer questions under oath to the Office of Attorney General Letitia James as part of a long-running probe to find out whether or not the former president's real estate business engaged in fraudulent activities or not. Former President Donald Trump has so far resisted testifying under oath, saying that these depositions may be used against him in a parallel criminal case that's taking place here in New York. However, he can appeal this latest decision to the state's highest court, which is the Court of Appeals. The lawyers for Don Jr. and Ivanka, which are the president's eldest children, said that they had received the news of this request and they are taking it into consideration. Meanwhile, the former president continues to endorse his candidates of choice for the midterm elections here in the United States. And so far, Trump's endorsements have guaranteed less than a third of the primary electorate. This is something and a data that most GOP operatives around the country are paying a lot more attention to than perhaps these court rulings and the headlines that they are garnering as the Republican Party continues to battle over the fate of its future and the former president considers perhaps running in 2024. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for Wion World is One.
Wion, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.